see how badly these tires leak. Oh, they're dry rotted like a son of a gun. So we're not overfilling them. 2-ply, 14 psi. Brakes still work. That's good. Greetings from Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Well, today we're getting into the, what is this? This is a YTH 22V46. This is a couple years old. It is a well-used machine. I'm not sure how many hours are on it. I was the original owner, sold it to my sister. It broke, she gave it back. It hasn't ran in at least a year. So we're going to see if we can get it running. Before it stopped running, it was only running with full choke. So I think it's a fuel problem. I don't think the fuel is getting sucked into the engine like it's supposed to. I could be wrong, but let's go ahead and see if we can get any fuel out of it. I know the fuel that's in it is bad also. So, oh, yeah. Got enough leaves in there. Well, looks like a couple nuts hanging out. I'm sure we got some squirrel parts in here somewhere. All right, let's make some space. And no, I didn't clean anything out. I just brought it right in the way it was, right off the trailer. You saw that. Fuel pump there, and a carburetor down here. It's probably a carburetor issue, but let's go ahead and see if we can get some fuel out of it. So, this is a vacuum diaphragm fuel pump. So right here is the fuel pump. Alright, that's not covered. I believe we put a new fuel pump on it at one time. And I know we put a new tube on it. So the way this works, the vacuum from the engine comes up here and activates a little diaphragm, causing the fuel to pump up to this point. Now there is another possibility as well. Let me check. Nope. So technically this shouldn't need a fuel pump because the fuel tank is up here higher than the carburetor. So if the pump went bad internal, it is entirely possible that it basically washed the cylinder or cylinders. It's a V-twin. So what that means is basically the fuel comes in when it's not running. It just sits there a drip at a time and goes on into the engine. Well, once it's in the engine, it just slowly goes by the rings because, well, it's not like hydraulic fluid or oil. It's not as viscous. So you can actually build up fuel in the crankcase, diluting the oil, causing engine problems. That's not the case here. It has a fuel smell, but it was running with the choke wide open. So let's start. Let me see if I can find some fuel hose and switch that over real quick. So I got some non-approved fuel line. we go. But for testing purposes, this will work fine. Because I know it needs a battery. Let's see if we got any fuel pumping. Got a safety switch somewhere, I'm sure. Yep. So we've got fuel. That should be more than enough fuel. Give that a second. There's an awful lot of fuel. Yeah, she's running fuel. Well, that's not good. Whacker. Alright. So we got fuel, that's for sure. The other thing that it could be, oh wow, yeah, these haven't been pulled off in a while. A little bit of mouse turds. No, she's getting there. Alright, so we got a carburetor issue. Yay. 90% sure it's a carburetor issue. Because it's so easy to do, I'm going to go ahead and just check the spark plugs. What size we got? It looks like a small body plug. Put a regular wrench on this, it doesn't want to do anything. Put one of these on it. Yeah. Let's see what the plugs look like. Well, they're clean and dry. Of course, they've been sitting for a year. Big surprise there. So I want to test for spark, but I'm not going to right now because we got fuel all over the place, and the last thing I want to do is pull spark or put a spark with air that's got fuel in it. You know, I got that lovely gasoline smell right now in here. Guess I could have washed this before it started too, huh? Yeah, you live and you learn. That plug looks about the same. Alright, so we're good there. We've got air in theory, we've got fuel, and we've got 102 hours on this. So, take that, take that, and I think we're going to go ahead and pull the engine cowl. Let's see. Yeah, it's got a couple screws to it. Actually, there should be a fuel shutoff. feeling anything there. All right, we're gonna pull her anyways. So, because I'm sure that thing is nasty with a capital N. Let's see here. Yep, that's off. There. The carburetor's almost ready to come off now. All right, let's. That's interesting. All right, let's get that cowling off and see what we can get into here. No reason to be uncomfortable if you don't have to be. Oh, so Briggs and Stratton. Let's see, is it metric? Yeah, maybe. This 5/16 seems to work. That's interesting. Oh, whoops. I think two of these just broke off. Well, one of them broke off. And I lost the other one down here in this deep dark hole. Now I found the screw head that I don't care about. Where'd the screw go? Alright, well, it's gone. We'll worry about that later. Now let's try to get, oh, that screw head broke off too. Great. All right, so we need 3 of those cowling screws. And while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and we might find those screws later on, who knows. Wow, that's seriously stuck in there. What's really funny is it's going into plastic. That's some impressive plastic. The screw broke off. One for none. Now let's see what size those are. We'll go to a 3/8. Yep, 3/8. Let me see if I got a 3/8 ratchet. That's a 9/16, it's not a 3/8. I like to get the hard screws out first. All right. So for the screws that I broke on the engine screen, I guess, I looked around and I ended up finding some screws. They're Hillman screws, right from Lowe's. or Home Depot or True Value or Ace or Taylor's Do It Center, Menards, you know, all the same thing. This is a Pan Phillips SMS black chromate 10 by 1 1/4. And you know what? It's not the stock screws. But it's not going to come off. So last thing I think we got to do is, well, last couple things actually. First, we need to put the battery in it, get it started, back it out of the garage so that we can blow it off. There's a whole bunch of leaves behind the gas tank. Second, we're going to fill it up. Third, actually while I'm talking here, we're going to go ahead and take care of some of this nastiness that is all over this thing. Yep, we're going to go break out the power washer and some super clean. Battery, I'll be honest, I skimped. They offered me an AGM automatic glass mat for like $100, $120, and they offered me a larger cranking amp one for about $70. I went with the $50.55 battery. This mower is not, I'm not gonna say it's not worthy of a good battery, it's just not worth it to me to get that good a battery. Oh, and side note, if you notice right here, this discoloration, I might not have a good seal on the fuel bowl, so I think it's leaking fuel, which happens to be right above the muffler. I don't know who came up with that design, but thank you. So when we get it out there and get it cleaned off, we'll find out if we need to pull it back in here, pull it apart, and reseal that fuel bowl. But the key is it's running. Yay! Let's put a cowl back on it. We're not going to hitch up the lights because we're going to probably pull this back off to wash it. Yeah, we're going to pull it back off so we can get a good wash on it. So we're just going to lay it there. And then, what everyone has been waiting to see, it's getting a battery. Now if we don't have to, I'm not going to crank these down. I'm just going to finger tight them because I'd like to clean this out also, in which case once we get it to where we're going to power wash it, I'm going to pull the battery again. Then I might even splurge. I might get some 94 octane to put into her to help clean her out some more once I know the carburetor's not going to leak like a sieve. Alright, I think with that we're ready to go. Oh, and we might have to address the front tires. They were flat again pretty quickly, but I pulled the valve cores out, put air in them. We'll see if that fixes it. If not, I'm going to pull the valve cores out, put some slime in it, and roll with it. No guarantee the back tires don't need some too. Forgot, I had this disengaged. Let's see if that helps. Ooh. we're at it. Am I leaking fuel again? My hand's dry. Yeah, we'll see. What's worse can happen? Lights on fire? Woo, she's smoking something fierce too. So I just noticed something, and we're gonna go ahead and, well, yeah, that tire is leaking through the sidewall. She's not gonna hold air. Oh, got a little bit of leak through the tread, more through the sidewall there. So what we're gonna do is, when I'm done cleaning this, we're gonna go ahead, put it in the garage. We're gonna stuff that tire right full of slime. Yeah, I'll show you. All right, yeah. So that one, the valve core is leaking. Tire itself doesn't seem to be foaming at the mouth, but yeah. We're gonna have to replace the valve stem. I don't know if I got any of those hiding around here or not. Well, she's all cleaned off, she's running. Now I just gotta fix the front tires and, well, see how she runs. I think that's all. Oh, and grease it. Figure it hasn't been greased in God knows how long. We probably ought to throw some grease at it where we're supposed to. Now that we've washed it, we're not actually going to throw grease at it. That would just be, you know, bleh. But getting into spring, so I guess we're gonna see if she'll work. Alright, I'm out of brake clean, so we're going to use some throttle body cleaner. Just to see if there's some schmutz on this that we can get off. So I'm thinking maybe our valve core is dirty. So we're just going to she's got some smuts on her. We're going to go ahead and put her up to air pressure, which if I'm not mistaken is 12 psi. 2-ply, inflate to 14 psi. Well, she's not bubbling. There, that was the easy fix. Oh yeah, looks like she is bubbling. Yep, I need to get a new valve core. Or do I? Anyhow, let's fix the other tire. Process is going to be very similar. So we're going to start pulling out this crusty valve core. That valve core looks better than the other one. We have a nice bottle of tire slime, not sponsored. I'm probably gonna throw most of this bottle in here. Like it or hate it, I found this stuff is very effective. Yeah, for certain things. Considering the 5 miles an hour we're going to be driving. Although I have done it with other stuff before. 9, 15. We'll call that good. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go do some mowing so that we can turn that tire. Well, I gave it a bath and then got it all dirty mowing, but it needed a bath. And she's running pretty good, as you can see. See how the tire holds up? Got it spinning, so hopefully some of that slime made its way in there. And we'll see if the valve core works. But if you want an update on that one, let me know. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll know in a couple days, but other than that, I'm just running with it. So as far as what we're going to do with this, it's kind of a toss-up. We don't need 2 mowers. We really don't. So I'm probably going to throw both of these on Marketplace, and the first one that sells, we'll keep the other one. Unless I run across a small Kubota diesel, like a TG 1860 or a GR 2120. Run across one of those, I might get rid of both of them. We'll see. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!